What's going on, Aquarius? My name is Vince. Welcome to 7D Tarot. If you are interested in scheduling your own personal reading with me, all the info you need is in the description box below. Check out my wife's channel over at Empath Tarot. And if this message resonates, like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's dive right into your reading. We got the King of Pentacles. Look at that. High Priestess, the Emperor, and the Six of Swords. I see right now someone entering your life, someone from the past, someone that did not make you feel good, someone that you may have had a falling out with. And Spirit is letting you know that now is the time to move on from this energy. And even if they enter your life and they want forgiveness, because I do see here right now that they went on their own path and they really did kind of realize what they did was wrong with that High Priestess energy. They took a little bit of time for themselves and did some, soul searching. And they realized that how they treated you or whatever happened, that they made a mistake and they may want to apologize. And I do see here right now, this is a time for you not to necessarily, you don't have to forget what they did, which I never recommend forgetting, right? Always remember, because there's a lesson in there. But this is a time to move on and to forgive. And forgiving is not something you're necessarily doing for them. You're doing it for yourself. When you hold on to their energy, when someone, say like an ex, for example, comes into your life and says, hey, you know what? I am so sorry. I used to make you feel powerless in the past. I used to blame you for stuff, and now I see what I did wrong, and I just want you to forgive me, and I apologize, and I feel so silly. If they're genuine, if they're authentic with that energy, what I would do is I'd be like, you know what? Thank you for telling me this. I appreciate this. I'll go digest this info. I'll get back to you, right? And at that point, I'll go think about it. I go tell myself, okay, well, if I hold on to this energy like a catcher's mitt, I'm creating an energy blockage because I'm thinking about that person. I don't want to be thinking about that person. That's the last thing I want to think about. I don't want to think about anything or anybody. I just want to basically be able to freely go throughout my day and be able to listen to Spirit rather than think about something unnecessary that's not going to help me improve my life, right? So what am I going to do? I'm going to forgive them. I'm going to breathe in, and then I'm going to go think about them and go, and release their energy, right? At that point, I'm going to tell myself, okay, this person is a human with human beliefs, limiting beliefs, shadows, egos. This is a human being that has gone through a childhood that I am not sure of, that's had experiences. Imagine the pain they've gone through for the way they treated me. No one who is nice, no one who's happy in their life would ever treat someone poorly, right? There's no one I know that's happy in life going around being rude to people, right? So they were dealing with their own shadows. No problem. I learned the lesson. I know what to do, what not to do. I forgive them. Now I'm not going to forget whatsoever. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to remember what were the warning signs? What were the red flags? What should I have done next time? And then I'm going to move on, right? And that's what Spirit's telling you right now. When you clear this energy, when you don't hold on to this energy, you're going to notice that, wow, a lot of opportunities such as that King of Pentacles will enter your life. You're going to notice that your world, whether it's your love life, your work life, your health, everything is intertwined, because when there's no resistance towards anything, there's no resistance towards everything. Everything is just easy peasy. Like, it's just like, you're going to notice, it's like the challenges that were once challenges are no more, right? For example, you may have had a hard time, asking someone to go on a date, right? Maybe you were shy and this was hard for you. Maybe you had a hard time, asking your boss for a promotion. But once you notice that there's no more resistance, once you notice that weight is off your shoulders, everything becomes more effortless. You start flowing more. You're not asking for permission to do anything. Rather than you're realizing that you are in charge, you're in the driver's seat. Everything becomes effortless rather than efforted. And that's the real reason we really don't want to be holding on to other people's energies, right? So whoever this person is, when they enter your life, you just got the heads up that, you don't have to necessarily go back to being friends, but clearing that energy is really going to open up the doors of abundance for you. Now, 2 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and then 9 of Pentacles. Wow. A lot of Pentacle energy here right now. I see that you have a little bit of concerns about your finances, maybe a little concern about how you're going to pay off the bills, mortgage, line of credit, credit card. But I also do see here a third party entering your life and helping you when it comes to your finances. So you can expect someone to come into your life and want to help you either work for their company, help you invest, help you get that, help you start that business. There's something that's going to happen. And I also see that you are going to be very successful when it comes to you networking with this person. So Spirit Spirit's definitely giving you the heads up to be in the receiving mode, be receptive, and also be open to the invitation of partnering up, learning, understanding that, in order to invite new opportunities in our life, what we're really doing is inviting change, right? And one of those changes is working with others. One of those changes is understanding that we have to trust others. And I do see here with that Five of Pentacles that something did happen in the past with somebody that created an energy blockage when it came to teamwork or networking. Maybe you had a business partner, maybe you had a boss that promised you something, a coworker. There was something here where you were supposed to, work with someone. It did not happen. You didn't get that job. And because of that, that energy is lingering. And that energy is creating that shadow. But Spirit is letting you know right now to let go of that energy and really understand that you have to put yourself in a position to get out of your comfort zone, which is networking with others, teaming up with others. And this is what's going to help you make the progress that you're truly looking to make, right? You being decisive, you being confident, you just diving in with both feet, you spending your time and energy rather than giving it to other people, using it for yourself. Energy is never created, it's never destroyed, it has to get moved, right? So right now, if we have energy stuck in the past, energy stuck on things that don't make us feel good, right? If we are thinking of someone that did something to us rather than thinking of how we can improve our life, we are living in the past rather than the present. And the present is exactly where everything magical happens, right? If you want to change your life, it's not in the past. The past is like watching a movie that's a horror movie, because the majority of times it's a scarcity mindset of something bad happening. And the past is a time where we think of, I lost this, I had this, why did this happen? That is a horror movie if I ever saw one, right? Because you're constantly in a state of fear, anxious, anxiety, right? You don't want that. The only reason we do that is because we're addicted to the dopamine, the endorphins, the adrenaline, the cortisol that gets released, right? Chemical gets released, and we're so used to that. It's almost like a drug, right? Even if the drug makes us feel bad, we're so addicted to it, right? Now, that same chemical can get released when you're in the present moment visualizing. When you are visualizing you being rich, when you are actually visualizing you having that dream job or being with your soulmate, you are releasing the same chemical. You will start getting addicted to being in the present moment. But only one of these timelines is going to help, change our life. And it's always the present moment, and it's way more fun. Now, the Magician, Eight of Cups, Lovers, and the Moon. Right now, I see you tapping into your spiritual powers, your magical powers, and I see you drawing your special somebody to you. I see that once you really start harnessing this power, you're going to notice that it's almost like having a cheat code to life, right? It's very attractive. Everyone is attracted to spirit. Everyone is attracted to spirituality. Everyone is attracted to positive energy, happiness, joy, adventure, fun, right? All those words sounded good, right? Have compassion, right? All those sound good because they are good. They all have a vibration, a frequency. Now, there's other words such as hate, anger, pain. They all have a vibration too, and that energy is what we want to let go of, which we'll get to. But right now, understand that the more you stay in this present moment, the more that you start visualizing you and your soulmate together, the more that you start visualizing how it's going to happen and commanding the energy is how it is going to happen. I'll give you an example, right? Rather than wait and tell Spirit, am I going to meet my soulmate? When is this going to happen? How is this going to happen? The who, what, when, where, how, us humans, we have no control over whatsoever. You will not be able to tell Spirit, you will not know when it's going to happen. When I met my wife, Alicia, it did not happen on my timeline, I promise you. I did not want to be dating anyone. I just got to have a 5-year relationship. I was looking to be single for 10 years. Little do I know afterwards, boom, 14 years later, I'm with the love of my life, right? I met her immediately after I got out of a relationship 14 years ago. So right now, it's not going to happen. It's not on our timeline. The who, what, when, where, how. What we control over, what we have control over is ourselves, and basically telling Spirit to either we're ready for it or not ready for it, right? So when you visualize yourself, you meeting your special someone at the setting you choose, coffee shop, and then all of a sudden your person coming up to you and saying, hey, I love that drink you ordered. You replying back, you having a conversation, details, right? And then after that, them telling you I just moved into town. What do you do for fun? And you just visualize a conversation, going on a date. All of a sudden now you visualize you guys moving into a house together. You do all these things. This is telling Spirit. This is commanding the energy of this is what I'm looking for. It's almost like writing a script, handing it to the producer. Now Spirit is the producer, the director, whatever. And now the universe will take care of that for you. But if you haven't written that script, we have nothing. We have nothing. Spirit will never, ever, ever, ever write that script for us, right? We have to write the script. We have to set the intention. If we are wanting, hoping, needing, it is going to take so long. Like it's going to take forever. And that's not what we're looking for. Now, right now, Spirit is letting you know, let go of that old way of thinking, which is just that old habit. That's all it is. We don't know better. We used to not know a lot of things. For instance, 30 years ago, they used to smoke in the doctor's office. We didn't know better. 20 years ago, we used to not have, maybe 30 years ago, we didn't have seatbelts. We didn't know better, but we know better now. And that's the same thing. We know better now that our vibrations, our thoughts are very, it's like a tool, right? It's like a hammer. It could either build a house or we could hit our thumb and they could hurt us. So we have to pick and choose how we want to use it. And Aquarius, using it towards abundance is very easy now that we know what to do. Alright, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed your reading. 1,000 kisses. Until next time, ciao.